Hi guys and welcome back to another video. Now today what I'm going to be bringing you is my thoughts on Sam Hornby leaving Bradford City to join Colchester United for an undisclosed fee. Now if you do go on to enjoy today's video, a like as always will be massively appreciated. If you could try and hit 60 likes on today's video, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. I am very interested to hear what your guys' thoughts on Sam Hornby leaving the club. We've obviously signed a couple of goalkeepers. Today, at the time of recording, it is the 29th of June. This obviously happened yesterday for me, but 2 days ago for you guys. It has also been confirmed that we have promoted one of our youth team goalkeepers from the under-19s into the first team. He has signed a one-year contract, so we will touch on that after Sam Hornby. But it was kind of some business we all really expected to happen. It's just simply not really worked out for Sam Hornby. I think when he has actually played, he's done all right for us, but for whatever reason, Mark Hughes thinks it's time to move on, and it does kind of make sense when you've got Harry Lewis will probably be the number one, Colin Doyle will come in and be the number two for Bradford City. He is a goalkeeper coach, but he is registered, so he will probably sit on the bench for the majority of the season. Unless Harry Lewis is awful, Colin Doyle could then be the number one, and then it does also leave the option of Heath Richardson, I believe his name is, being that third choice goalkeeper. You know, it's a pathway through for him to develop and try and get better as a Bradford City player. We might see him feature every now and again in the Papa John's Trophy, but it is a little bit of a gamble, I would say, because Colin Doyle, he's not exactly young anymore, and he is more of a goalkeeper coach. If Lewis isn't that good, because realistically Harry Lewis isn't exactly proven. He's had one professional season really of playing when he went out on loan to Dundee, and that was absolutely years ago, so it is a bit of a gamble only having one proper first team goalkeeper on the books that's not, you know, a goalkeeper coach or just somebody come through from the academy. But I'll trust Mark Hughes' judgment, because I definitely do think he is the right man for the job. Obviously he clearly knows what he's doing. But make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, check out the channel membership scheme as well if you haven't already. Loads of perks coming out over there. A lot of these videos will be coming out 8 hours early. If you are a tier 2 member, you'll be able to check them out 8 o'clock in the morning before everybody else. So if you are in a position to do so, feel free to check out the channel membership scheme. Just uploaded some exclusive tier 3 channel member videos as well on there. You get 4 of them every single month if you are a tier 3 channel member, so feel free to check that out. But let's get on with today's video. So Bradford City tweeted at 5 minutes past 2 on the 28th of June saying, breaking news, Sam Hornby has today completed a permanent transfer to Colchester United for an undisclosed fee. Thanks for your service, Sam, and all the best. Now our article does then read, Hornby in permanent Colchester move. Sam Hornby has today completed a permanent transfer to Colchester United for an undisclosed fee. I don't imagine that fee will be all too much money, to be honest with you. Maybe 10, 20, potentially 30, the absolute max, £1,000. I can't see it being too much whatsoever. But the 27-year-old spent the second half of last season on loan in Essex and departs Valley Parade with 1 year remaining on his contract. Having joined the Bantams in the summer of 2019 under Gary Bowyer, I do believe, he made a total of 32 appearances for the Bantams over the course of 3 seasons. I think he kept 9 clean sheets in that time, so he actually had a really good clean sheet record, to be honest with you. Bradford City AFC would like to take this opportunity to thank Sam for his efforts as a Bantam, and we wish him all the best for the future. Colchester obviously tweeted at 5 minutes past 2 saying, Hornby rejoins the U's. Sam Hornby has completed a permanent move to Colchester United for an undisclosed fee from Bradford City. Their article does then read, Sam Hornby rejoins Hughes, goalkeeper back in Essex after Bantam's departure. Former Colchester United loanee Sam Hornby has completed a permanent switch to the U's for an undisclosed fee from Bradford City. The 27-year-old shotstopper has made the permanent switch to North Essex on a 2-year contract with Wayne Brown's side. He becomes the second signing for the club after the arrival of Emir Hughes earlier today. I've absolutely butchered that name. But Hornby enjoyed a successful stint with the club last season with 8 appearances and battling for the number 1 jersey with Shamal George, who I actually think is one of the better goalkeepers in this league. So Hornby's probably gone from being the number 2 at Bradford City to the number 2 at Colchester. It's a bit of an interesting move if you think about it like that, isn't it? But his heroics between the sticks ensured the U's kept a clean sheet on the final day against against Hartlepool United in May, and he says he's looking forward to some more healthy competition for the position this season. Both Shamal and I showed that last season with our performances. In my opinion, we both did quite well, so I'm looking forward to it going forward. You have to make sure you drive each other forward, and that bodes well for the football club. You can watch the full interview with Sam on ColU TV. Sam's arrival is subject to approval from the usual relevant bodies. Now, I'd like to wish Sam Hornby all the best. Obviously, most of the players who have left the football club, I have have, given my best wishes to. There's only really one that I've not given my best wishes to. I'm sure it wouldn't take a genius to work that one out, but I wish Hornby all the best. It hasn't really worked out for him. Obviously, he originally signed on a 2-year contract. He signed a 2-year contract extension last summer as well. Went out on loan in the second half of the season when we brought Alex Bass in on loan. And I think every time Hornby has played for Bradford City, I think he's done all right. I can't really think of a game where he's had an absolute clanger there. I mean, maybe that game where Peterborough we played, I think we drew 4-4, then Peterborough beat us on penalties in the Carabao Cup, I think it was. It was an absolutely crazy game, when Ivan Toney scored from the halfway line. That's the only criticism that I can think of off the top of my head from Sam Hornby, sorry. He has had, multiple loan moves away from the club as well every now and again, but if you have a look at his career in total, his youth career in 2011 to 2013, he was with Hednesford Town before making a switch to Redditch United in 2013 to 2015, where he then joined Burton Albion on a permanent basis. In 2015-16, he went out on loan to Brackley Town, where he played 29 appearances before moving out on loan to Kidderminster Harriers in the 16-17 season, where he played 34 times. In 2017, he then joined Port Vale on a permanent basis. He spent 2 years there where he played on 11 occasions, but in the 17-18 season, he went out on loan to Chester, where he played 13 times. Then he joined Bradford City on a permanent basis in 2019, where he played 24 times for the Bantams. I presume these appearances, according to Wikipedia, are just based on in the league. And then in the 19-20 second half of that season, he went out on loan to AFC Fylde, where he played on 16 occasions. Wikipedia only has it down of about Hornby's loan move to Colchester. It doesn't say anything yet about his permanent move, but obviously in 2022 he went out on loan to Colchester, where he played on 8 occasions. Now, I wish Hornby all the best. Like I said, just simply didn't really work out. When he did play, I think he's a good keeper at this level. He never really let the team down, so I do wish him all the best. But exciting news about Heath Richardson. Bradford City tweeted yesterday for you guys at 11:59 saying, breaking news, Bantams Academy graduate Heath Richardson has signed a 1-year professional contract and will form a part of Mark Hughes' first team squad next season. Now, I did actually go watch training on Tuesday the 28th, and he was actually training. There was another young goalkeeper as well who was there. There was 2 young goalkeepers. There was one with a lot longer hair. He looked a little bit like Haaland, to be honest with you. And Heath Richardson, it looked like left a little bit early, and the other goalkeeper was still training throughout the whole session. There's a few players who actually did leave a little bit early, Hendry, Sutton and Ridehouse, but I think they were all recovering from some sort of an injury. But Bradford City's article about Richardson does read, Richardson pens professional deal. Bradford City AFC Academy graduate Heath Richardson has signed a 1-year professional contract at the club. The deal will see the 18-year-old form a part of Mark Hughes' first team squad for the 22-23 season. Richardson joined the club last year following a spell at non-league Buxton and proved instrumental between the sticks as Martin Drury's under-19s secured the EFL Youth Alliance North East title. The City Academy graduate kept a clean sheet at Valley Parade in May as Drury's young Bantams rounded off their campaign with a 5-0 thrashing of Doncaster Rovers. It will be interesting to see which other under-19 academy players have been offered professional contracts, which ones have signed as well, because obviously we have seen rumours and links that some of our academy players might be moving on to potential Premier League clubs. We've already seen it earlier on. I think it was a deal completed in March about Sahil Bashir, I think his name was, went to Brighton for a fee rumoured to be £250,000. Now, Bradford City don't actually say anything when we do let an academy player go, but if anything does happen like that, I will try and scoop that information up from somewhere and try and get it to you guys as soon as possible. But he said, I'm delighted to be here and to have signed my first professional contract. I'm looking forward to continuing the hard work and being in the first team environment. Pre-season has gone well so far, and being able to train with the likes of Harry Lewis and Colin Doyle and trying to hit their standards has been a great experience for me. The lads were really good when I came in last year, and since then we just really kicked on, won a lot of games and ended up having a successful season in the under-19 side. Getting into the habit of success really increases your desire to keep winning, so I think that is something that will help me moving forward into the professional game. I cannot wait to keep working hard in training and looking to kick on and hopefully earn something similar again next year. City's goalkeeper coach Colin Doyle added, Heath is a talented young goalkeeper and I have been very impressed by him so far in the short amount of time I've been working with him throughout pre-season so far. He has got a very good attitude and great work ethic in wanting to learn. I'm looking forward to working with him throughout the season and seeing him develop further. Richardson will receive a the first team squad number for the 22-23 season, very similar to Charlie Wood, and be sponsored by Keybrit Fire and Security. So there you have it. Lots of things touched on in today's video. Hornby departs, Heath Richardson signs a professional contract, but that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, a like as always will be massively appreciated. If you could try and hit 60 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that would be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are down the road to 6,000 subscribers, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell, and get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on Hornby and Richardson with their respective arrivals and new professional contracts as well. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out the channel membership scheme as well if you're in a position to do so. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon for another video. Peace.